Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is spirit medium Laura now.
Hi guys, it's me, Laura. How y'all doing this evening? Sorry, Felicia, we got cut off. Bad planning on my part. Anyway, welcome to the show, all of you. We've got Brenda, Felicia, and we've got Debbie, we've got Susie B, and we've got Susie B. She's not feeling well this evening. All right, Susie, we'll try to keep your eyes open, okay? Susie B is traveling right now, so maybe she picked up something. And when you go to a different climate, it's easy to get under the weather. Anyway, welcome to the show. This is the Soul Abundance Radio Show, okay? Which means I'm going to focus on soul readings. That means other side connections and also readings about your own life, but at a deeper level, a soul level. And I try to show you what your part is in achieving or obtaining things that you want in your life. So it's not just fortune telling, okay? I stay away from that. Doesn't mean that you don't ask the same questions, just means the way I answer it might be a little bit unexpected compared to other people that call themselves psychics. I work a little differently. And I hope I work in a way that empowers you. For the first 15 minutes or so, I will be doing a group message. That's this. There's a couple of things I'm going to be doing. Channeling is one of them, and also I'm going to have a focus subject, a real goodie. Then I will go to the phone lines, and I will do other side connections. And we have Debbie who's waiting for one of those and has made a donation. Thank you, Debbie, because your donation goes in part to help animals. We have a charity that we donate to every month. That'll be for 15 minutes or so. I kind of focus in that area. There's other people that are waiting for mediumship as well. And then the next 30 minutes or so, I do soul abundance messages, mostly about your own life. I try to only do the mediumship at the beginning of the show as it's a different frequency. And I like to focus on one thing at a time. This show happens Mondays at 7 p.m. and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, you translate that to your time zone and you're good to go. And so just a little bit, well, they already said, I had my little intro already gives you information about me. There is a website for the show, and it is spiritmediumtv.com. spiritmediumtv.com. And there's a reason I have a TV in there, because I actually created my own YouTube channel. Ooh, and I produce my own little TV show on a minuscule budget. So if you go to the bottom of Spirit Medium TV, you'll see the video. And if you click on it, you'll start to see me live, which could be nauseating depending on your mood. But I feel it gives you all a better connection to me. So I do that every show. Really, I mean, if I'm going to go through the effort to make the show, I want to make it good. Okay, so those are a couple of things. Oh yeah, on Spirit Medium TV, you can also obtain information on how to get a sale. It's item 1 on spiritmediumtv.com for private session with me. Discounted rate, a sale for a private session with me. If you'd like to be in to win a private session with me, directions are at step 2 on spiritmediumtv.com. And I want to thank Brenda very much for joining our contest and joining our mailing list, which is how you join the contest. Item 3 is jump the queue, and that's what Debbie did. She made a donation. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate aid and jump the gate. Now, item 4 on spiritmediumtv.com talks about how you can get certified to be a soul psychic healer, which is a 4-month program I have created, self-paced. A nice testimonial there and information on how you can get certified. And as I already mentioned, the television show of this radio show is at the bottom of spiritmediumtv.com's website page. If you'd like to get readings, if you'd like to be in the queue and you're just listening right now, just call 347-945-5849. That's area code 347, number 945-5849, and you will be in the queue. If you want to increase your chances, you can call in 15 minutes before the show, and you will be up earlier than everybody else and increase your chances. And I have a really nice testimonial. I always have a little focused testimonial from Monica Gonzalez for a mediumship session done a while ago. I found it on my, when you book an appointment with me, there's a calendar page. You are also automatically invited to leave a review. And so this is what she wrote. A wonderful experience and fabulous energy. Connection was amazing, and I was able to validate the majority of what was said. Extremely happy with the service. Will recommend and use again. Thank you, Monica. Appreciate it. Okay, so now we're going to go into a little focus subject, and I have a little exercise to go along with it. Hopefully, we may be delayed a little bit more at this. Oh, we have a lot of people called in, but I do want to do this healing exercise with you. So it's an exercise, okay? If you're trying to attain something in your life and you're not getting it, or you're just, into manifesting and you just want to get, offer yourself every tool available, here's a way that will help you clear and heal that you can do for yourself. And it's in the article. Now, I have been motivated. I'm working on creating an audio of this, a similar thing, but much more intricate, much more powerful, if you will. But this is one that we can do together. So in working with clients, I have found that going to the chakras provides very, very interesting information about blocks between your soul and you, your personality. And we come in with all of these blocks for a reason. And that's to overcome them and clear them during our lifetime. We all want to learn how to do that. So this is a way to kind of speed everything up and remove some systemic blocks from your system. So for example, I was working with a client and she wanted to move forward in her love life, and I was looking at her sacral chakra as directed by spirit, and was shown that she'd been the victim of sexual abuse early on in her childhood. And so we work together to clear that. A lot of ways to clear chakras. And today I'm going to use a self-clearing methodology, which assumes, and I know, we are all connected constantly, even though we're not aware of it, to the superconscious mind of God. We are all connected. And so I think a very good example of this is when you dream at night. And you'll notice that there'll be messages for you in your dreams, maybe a healing, maybe you'll be reviewing something that you've been working on and trying to figure out another way to do it or whatever. But during our dream time, we're connecting with the superconscious mind of God. It's infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call that. But it's the place, it's the spirit world, really, is what it is. So since we are all connected, if I ask you, and I'm going to now ask you to sit back, relax, and think about an area in your life, all of you. Just think about an area in your life. If you have a pen and pad, you might want to write down what that area is that you are trying to attain something in. It could be healing. Okay, Debbie's had a loss, who's seated in the queue. Or it could be love life or money or job or whatever, something that you're trying to attain. Write that down or just think about it for a moment. Okay, I'd like you to just relax and cross your arms and legs and just focus on breathing from your abdominal area. Now I'd like you to ask yourself, actually better yet, ask your guides, what area are you blocked in? There are energy centers in the body, and just for the sake of speed, I'm going to use a symbol system for this. So I'd like you to ask your guides personally to show you the number of the chakra. Okay, the number of the chakra that is blocked related to the area you want to obtain something in. Okay, so the numbers would be 1 through 7, and just ask simply, would your guides please show you the correct number for your blockage? I'm going to read off the numbers, and you can just pick the one that really jumps out to you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pick one of those numbers. Do not think about it. Just pick a number. Good. And now, using a similar technique, I want you to ask Spirit, ask your guides. Some of you use angels. Ask your angels. What animal will stand for that chakra? Ask for an animal. These would be your animal angel guides. Ask for the animal that stands for the chakra that you have just identified. Whatever you see or hear or feel or know is correct. Write it down. Good. Again, do not overthink this. There are no right or wrong answers. There simply are the answers. Your soul knows what it's doing. It just needs you to choose the coordinates. Good. And now I want you to imagine that animal is standing for your energy center. And I want you to imagine this animal is dying. It's not well at all. It is blocked. It has some toxic energy in it. And you can imagine it perhaps choking or just looking like it's withering away or about to pass away. Imagine it's sick. Good. And now imagine that Spirit God comes in with a clearing. The clearing happens in the following way. There's a beautiful white light that comes in and lasers through this beautiful animal, sending it a healing, rejuvenating beam of light. See this now. Good. Notice your animal is reviving. And now finally it is healthy again. Now what I would like, so you have just cleared that chakra, by the way, and you have revived it, you've cleared it, you've rejuvenated your own connection to this goal. Now I would like you to quietly and silently think about the goal and give thanks for having it now. Good. Yeah. When you do this on your own, and this has been recorded, you can stay with the goal, the dream, the objective, thinking about it for 7 minutes more. And if you would do this for 7 days in succession, you would have completed the healing and the patterning. What you have done just now is ask Spirit to help you recalibrate your vibration so that you are now in direct relationship to that which you hope to obtain. You always will attract that which you are. And so you've just recalibrated your vibration to be what you want. You can do this every day for 7 days, choosing a different chakra or the same ones, depending on what you feel. It's an intuitive exercise. You need to trust your intuition when you're doing it, because anything and everything you get is the thing, nothing other than what you're getting. Just trust the process. Over time, maybe the next few weeks to months, you may feel a little dizzy or a little tired here and there, a little tired. Maybe you don't know why you feel tired. This is your body sinking to the vibration you've just set. This is you sinking to the new vibration. When you feel this way, just take extra rest, relax, and also drink more fluids. It takes a while to calibrate to what you want. There's an article written on this on the right side of my website. And if you're coming to this at a future point in time, search for the keywords chakra manifesting or chakra. Chakra healing is another word you may be able to find it with. All dreams. Oh, I didn't finish yet. 1 second. You will also be led, once you set this in place, you will be led intuitively to do certain things. You might have a dream at night that makes you think of something to do. You might get a hunch to do something or a feeling to do something. Follow the leads. This is your soul leading you towards your goal. All dreams that we have in our life reside now at specific frequencies. Now, you may not have the frequency in you at the moment, you see, but all dreams that we have in our life do exist for us, but they're residing at a different frequency. When we evolve to that frequency, to that vibration, the physical reality and experience we have on Earth morph or change to house that particular dream. So it's a matter of calibrating our vibration to that which we want. We've all come to Earth to learn how to do this and thrive. And with that now, I'm going to go to the ones. I'd like each and every one of you, again, to go back to that relaxed state, uncrossing your arms and legs, breathing abdominally, allowing yourself to gently relax and let go. Gently relax and let go with each abdominal breath. I would like you to please ask your loved one or loved ones to join us from the other side if you're asking tonight for an other side connection. I would like you to ask your guides, your angels, to help you get the answers you need to life questions tonight, and or if you're asking for healing, that you obtain that as well. While you do these things, I will go off and do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now what I would like you all to do, on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space your energy, and I will create a morphic field. One moment, please. Okay, wonderful. All right, let me call in the ones. We are here. We are the ones. We have been waiting on the sidelines to speak with each and every one of you. We have not forgotten about you. We are all here to work with each of you in your own particular recalibration of energy. Each of you has a specific guide that works specifically with you. However, we are above all of them. We help with all of these things. The process may seem magical to you or transformative to you. However, it is a real process. It is not a made-up process or invalid. It truly is the way of the world. It is the way of the spirit world. For all of us, work with you on calibrating and recalibrating your particular energy systems all the time. When you are upset, your aura will reflect an angry red color or darker colors, sad colors. When you are happy, your aura and your energetic field will expand in other ways and explain your mood. Each and everything that you have in yourself is part of your energy field. It is not separate. So remember, when you are thinking your thoughts, that you are also creating your field, your energy field. And you are always attracting in the components, the like frequencies to what you have inside yourself. And so if you're experiencing a relationship that is not kind or loving to you, perhaps you are not being kind or loving to yourself. It is an easy process to explain this way. We would like to talk about the idea tonight of grace and forgiveness as part of this. When one is in a mode of forgiveness, they open up the floodgates of all possibilities for self. It is those of you that have learned to let go of anathemas to self, blaming self for all things that you have done. Those individuals that can forgive the self will have the greatest success with achieving like vibration. Those people who have not forgiven self, they may do all the exercises in the world, all the recalibration of karmic code they possibly can do. However, they will not be able to recalibrate vibration because the seedbed by which all of this happens is your attitude towards yourself. If you have not forgiven yourself for everything past, present, and future before calibrating, you will not know thyself. You will not have thyself or access to thyself. When we say know thyself, we mean have access to thyself. And that, therefore, one cannot recode thyself or reset vibration. And so we ask then that each of you, please, before you begin any exercise of self-healing, self-aggrandizement, or manifestation, you need to do an exercise of recalibrating internal codes of self, meaning forgiveness. We will give you a quick exercise now that can be done with love and grace before each healing session that you do, even before prayer, which is another form of healing session. Say to yourself, I thank you, God, for providing me myself. I am grateful for being me. I forgive all aspects of me that have not lived up to divine vibration. I recalibrate myself at a deep soul level now. Thank you and namaste. And so you may replay this at a different time and listen to it again. The words are magical in healing thyself. Never ever try to do manifesting work before doing self-healing work. Namaste. Okay, very good. I had no idea they were going to do that. I mean, I knew they were going to talk about grace and forgiveness, but I didn't know like that. Okay, I'm going to Debbie, who has had a loss. Hello, Debbie. How are you, sweetheart?
Hi, I'm okay.
Oh, well,
Thank you.
yeah. Well, that's a big thing for you to say, at least by virtue of what I feel for you. In terms of your loss, I feel it is serious, but all losses are. I just feel it's very close to you and devastating. I want to thank you so much for your donation. It goes in part to help the lives of animals. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I felt when I connected with you before is a feeling of a younger person to you and of male gender. Would you understand that, please?
Not that passed over, but that was involved.
Okay, let me go to the one that's...
Devastation.
All right. Well, the first thing I felt was a male to you that is around you right now. And he is in the spirit world. So I don't know who that is. Okay. There is a male to you in the spirit world is younger than you that is around you as well. And maybe it's somehow linked to all of this, but since that's not, I'm going to just broaden the scope a bit and we'll see what else comes in.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. This for, what was that? Yeah, it's just like a sun. Yes.
Maybe a sun.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, but I feel the sun's to you, but you're saying it is the sun. Okay. Hold on one second, please.
Yeah.
All right, well, so just hang on. Let's see what I get, honey. You're asking me to widen it a little bit, so I'm going to do that, okay, honey? It's like I'm looking through a little peephole right now.
Okay.
All right, so let me just let Spirit do its work. This is for Debbie 561. Hold on. Debbie 561, Debbie 561. There's a few people in spirit for you. There's a mother figure for you, but there's a father figure for you. There's older people, and let me just go back to the younger person. Okay. The younger person doesn't feel like he's your son. Okay, he feels like he's somebody that you know's son.
Oh.
Yeah, like you have a sister or brother or someone like a nephew. Would you understand that's in spirit, honey? No? I'm sorry for insisting like this.
No, but maybe it's just not coming. No.
All right. Well, then let me see if there's somebody else that's popping in, darling. Okay, for you. It's for Debbie 56. I'm trying to, but nothing's popping in. Please come in, Spirit. Please come in. Okay, so there is an older woman, and she would be probably a mother to a son that is in spirit, which is on your. Hold on for a second here. Okay, so there's a male. You pretty much told me. I just want you to know this. That I'm using some of what you said inadvertently, but it is there. That you have a male in spirit. He's not your son, but he's somebody else's son. And so he's a male to you, though, related to you, or in some specific way. And I do see a female that's above him in the spirit world. In other words, was there before him. But I'm still not getting him well. Now, would you understand that you've lost a male, honey, in spirit that's very dear to you?
Yes, not a younger male.
What was that, darling?
Not a younger male, though.
Right. He's a son. You told me before that he's a son to somebody else, but not your son, but he's a male to you.
No. I've been told that he was never born.
Oh, okay. You had an abortion. Okay, you don't need to. Okay, honey, I'm sorry, love. um, well, I have to say that caused you a lot of grief because I could tell that was like that's something that kind of hangs with you energetically. I just want you to know, okay? It sits around you at times. You must think about it, and maybe you have a lot of remorse about that. And I think it upset the family a lot. But anyway, let's just try to move forward from there. Okay, so we can validate that, but we'll let it go. You're not even sure maybe what it was or wasn't a gender even, but he sits around you at times energetically. So he loves you too, by the way. He's not going to make any more of this. Now, there is another male to you that's in the spirit world. Is that, or was I misunderstanding the whole thing? Is there a male in the spirit world you're wanting to speak with?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to that male. All right, so we have that other male was a son to you that's in spirit. He was going to be a son. And he loves you very much, and there's no harm done. And so we want you to release that because that affects you, by the way, Debbie, in many ways that you're really not aware of. So that's why that comes in. I need to say that because that's what they want to say to you to begin with. Okay, now, show me the male to Debbie, please. Okay. Okay, I can't tell who it is just yet, but I do see a woman that goes with it, sort of his mother. That means 2 or 3 generations, 1 or 2 generations away from you, like a mother-in-law to you, and then he would be there. Let me just see who he is. Please step in. This is for Debbie. This male is here now. Okay, well, you need to show him to me. He's floundering a little bit to speak. He says at the moment, but he is here. Hold on. So there seems to be I'm going to go slowly with this, love, because I feel like I have a hook out into the ocean right now, but it's a very delicate hook. So what I see is a man who's walking, he seems to be carrying extra weight on him. I don't know who he is to you yet, relationship-wise. He looks like he's carrying extra weight. He also looks like he's wearing a hospital robe and that he was hospital for some kind of medical treatment. So that would mean, would you understand the man that you're thinking of, would he have had extra weight on him, please? Just yes or no, love.
No.
Okay, then this is a man that goes with you. It's maybe not the one you're thinking of, and I'm just going to give it a quick look-see. All right, he's a family member. He's got extra weight on him. He's in a hospital robe. He also looks like he lost a lot of hair towards the end. He's balding, okay, that kind of a thing. And he comes in from spirit. It could be your father. It could be somebody else, okay? It could be a father-in-law. It could be somebody else. He's there. Okay, step aside, please. All right, Debbie, I want you to take one moment to call in the one you want silently and see if we can strengthen the connection. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I see now is dark hair in its original color. Is an easygoing personality. Looks like he does have a little bit of a broader nose, not real heavy, but he does have a little bit of a stomach on him. Would you understand that for the person you're thinking of, please?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving right along. There's something going on in the heart and chest cavity that seems to be causing him problem or illness. Would you understand that, please?
Yes.
All right. He is a father figure to someone in the family. You do have a child. It seems like you do have a child who's alive. It seems like a son. Would you understand that, please?
That he has a son that's alive?
I think you have a son that's alive. Is that correct, honey?
No.
You don't? Okay, then he has a son that's alive. Okay. So there's a son that's alive, and he's referring to this son. Would you understand that he has, I don't remember what I said. I'm half in a trance, so, you can play it back. But there's a son that's alive. I thought it was your son. Okay, so it's his son, and you understand that he has a heart problem. He has a lot of fatigue towards the end. He has a lot of fatigue towards the end of his life. He's breathing heavily a lot. Nobody really knows what's going on, and he doesn't want to know either. He's laughing a little bit now to let you know head in the sand is not any use to anyone at all, meaning didn't want to check it out, wasn't really doing much about it. I see him eating a nice meal, enjoying himself. He likes to eat a nice chunk of bread with, I see him drinking wine, having a nice meal. He's not really worried about his health much. Would you understand that, please? Just in a broad stroke.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's having a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what he's saying is, maybe I could say it in a different way for you, sweetie, is he's not really aware. He's having a good time on Earth. This is prior to his passing. He's not aware he has any hidden illness in his body, and he doesn't want to look for it either. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying. He's giving me this information for you to validate or invalidate. Okay? He's trying to let you know that he doesn't care about his health when he's on Earth. He's not concerned with that. He also adds in that he's a happy-go-lucky kind of person. And he says he always tries to keep, his head clear. He doesn't worry about a lot of things. Easygoing personality. He says, Debbie, you're like him in a lot of ways. He says, you don't let things bother you. He says, you're a very family-oriented person. And also, so he uses the word safe, but I'm trying to translate that. You take things easily. You're very secure. So he uses the word once. You're a secure person, and I was a secure person. We're not people to worry about things, including me. He says when I was in spirit world to worry about my health. He says you took good care of me towards the end of my life. You were involved in some of the treatment and care for me. He says even before I knew what was going on or if there was anything wrong with me, you were around me or around the house a lot, helping to care for me in various ways. This is before I was sick, just as an older person. Would you understand that, please?
Yes.
All right. He's very grateful for that. He's laughing in a way. He's laughing at it in a way. He's teasing you. He's saying it's almost as if you were taking such good care of me, but you didn't realize you were housing this thing going on in my chest. He says like you were nurturing. It's like almost a time bomb waiting to happen, and you're treating me so nice. Nobody knows. Whatever people were doing to take care of me is like nurturing and nursing me. But I'm like a hidden time bomb in my chest that finally erupts, and I'm done. I'm done. He says it does happen suddenly, but then there are other. I do live on. I'm not gone right away. So there seems to be. It looks to me like possibly something with the heart, and maybe it's a heart attack or some kind of a cardiovascular event occurs, but he's not gone right away. There is time for care. There is trying to treat him and things like that. But he shows me that after that happens, he's not the same anymore, and slowly, he goes downhill fast, rapidly after that. He wants to thank you for everything that you've done for him. He loves you very, very much because your big hug, big kiss. He says, don't let anyone about the house. Don't let anyone about the house yet. He says, oh, really? This is your father, honey? Is this your father? Debbie?
I think so.
Well, I'm thinking so. I mean, yeah, he's an easy-go-look. Okay, let me just, original hair color brown, easy-go. Excuse me, honey?
You said something about the house or?
Well, I'm trying to ascertain who he is because I think there's a house he has left behind, some kind of property or something, and he wants to let you know what to do with it. He says he's not ready to let go of the house yet. He's not ready to let go of the house yet, and you're not ready to let go of it either. He says you don't need to get rid of it right away. Let it stay there for a while. You need to ease into this slowly. So for some reason or other, he's not that eager for you to make changes. Just leave things around, the way they are for now. Your mother is around. Your mother's on Earth still, right? Your mother's still here on Earth?
No.
Oh, she's in the spirit. Okay,
no.
So he's saying he says that your mother is. All right. Well, let me just finish the statement, honey. Okay. Well, she says that she's with. He was saying your mother is around me a lot, and when they say that, sometimes they mean that the mother could still be on Earth but sees him, like in the dreams, or it could mean that she's in spirit with him. So I don't know. I just want to let you know the exact wording is your mother is around me a lot, but I'm not seeing her much these days, even in the spirit world, because she needs to get to her own place right now, and I'm different from her. I'm in a different space from her. He says he will be around her more. He says, I will be around her more in the future in the spirit world, but right now I'm still clearing and healing from the transition to spirit world. He says there's a lot of things that have to happen to me before I can get to where she is. He says, you know, your mother's a saint, and he makes a little laugh about that. In other words, she's a very sweet person, and she's in a very divine place, and he's clearing his vibration to get to where she is. He will be with her ultimately, so don't worry too much about that, sweetheart. You don't need to get rid of the house right away. I want you to hold on to it for a bit longer, as long as you want, actually. And I was going to review everything with you just to ascertain it is your father, but I'm pretty sure it is your father. You can listen to it again at a future time, honey. I have to get going because there are other people waiting, and I want to thank you so much, love, for calling in and your donation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, love. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, it was a little difficult to get confirmation as we went along, and without that, I can't move forward, so it delayed us a little bit, so please forgive me, but we will be moving to another other side connection and the rest of the phone lines, unless there's a donation here. Let me just see who else is. There's Robin waiting for other side connection, and Louise, but I can't get to you, Louise, because I only can do 2. So I'm going to go to Robin. Make sure I haven't made any mistakes. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, there's Robin. Hey, Robin. How are you this evening, darling?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Laura?
I'm good, honey. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and waiting so patiently in the queue. Okay, so let me just go to your vibration, Robin 561, and see who we get for you, darling. Okay, Robin 561. Robin 561. Mother. Now, I don't know if you listened at the beginning of the show. Did you ask for your loved one to come in during meditation? Were you there?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because, all right, good. I just want to make sure. I do feel a female to you in spirit. And she feels more like a mother figure or an older woman. I'll just say an older woman to you right now with a loving feeling towards you. I do see gray hair. It has a bit of a curl to it. It's on the shorter side. She's wearing glasses. She likes to wear her glasses a lot. She has a pointed nose, a refined nose, she says, refined and pointed. She's a very caring person, very special person. She's of average height and build, not overweight. She's showing me that and saying it also as part of her words. She does seem to have a couple, not just one child. Are you sure, Mom? There seems to be other children to her besides you, if it is your mother. I don't know. I mean, she just gave me these words and very strong feelings about this. But it seems that this female in spirit has had a son besides having other children. Now, from everything I've said, can you make an ID on that, please? Just a yes or no, honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do believe it's mine.
She's a very spiritual person when she says when she's on Earth. She does talk about religious things like a Bible. Okay, she does talk about a holy book. I'll make it a little broader for the moment. And she also talks about, yeah, she's saying it the holy book in 2 different ways, but the one way she's saying it is catechism. Now, catechism would indicate a Catholic religious background. Would you understand that for Mom, please?
Well, catechism was also used in the Lutheran religion, which is how I was raised.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. See, now that's a very good example of me, Laura, the medium. I give you the exact thing because if I interpret too much, then obviously something gets lost in the translation from my ignorance, and I didn't know that. Okay, so she's saying catechism, and she's saying the Bible, catechism. She's very spiritual, though. She goes beyond religion. She's a good person, a spiritual person. She takes the essence of the values of her Bible studies and things she learned, and she practices it in her day-to-day life. She says she's a good Christian. She says that these things are important in the spirit world. A lot of people think, she says, okay, she's talking up a storm here. She says a lot of people think that being religious has no bearing in spirit world. In other words, a lot of people on earth think that if you have a religion and you follow it, that when you go to spirit world, it's not a religious place. She wants to say to us today that it is religious. She says religion is important to everyone, not just to me, not just to you. She says you being Robin. She says everybody, I want everyone to know, and she'll go back to personal for you, Robin, in a moment. But she wants everyone to know that if you're a religious person and you follow the meaning of the religion, the true spiritual backing in it, she says you will be rewarded in the spirit world, because that is what you're supposed to be doing with it, not just to be religious but to be spiritual. So she's a spiritual person. She has a son, one son in you. There are other people, family members as well. She seems to have feels like she's telling me there's more than just you and your brother as offspring to her. Would you understand that, please?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. She loves all of you dearly, and she says all of you the same. She also shows me that she might have liked a couple of hobby crafts when she's on Earth. One of them looks like she's knitting or crocheting something. Would you understand that, please, from Mom?
She knit all my daughter's baby clothes.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Because she wants you to know that knitting was her. Why are you saying this, Mom? She said to me just now, "Don't interrupt me. Let me speak my mind." Okay, Mom. She said, "I wanted you to know that it's really me." She says, and so the knitting and crocheting is something that we shared in common, or we spoke about. We shared that in common. It was a very meaningful thing for me to make those clothes for your babies and everything. She says, I loved every moment of it. I loved doing it for you and the family. She says, you're very craftsy, or you're oriented towards crafts also, but your hobbies are in different directions. She says, you're bigger in terms of what you do and broader, but you do have creative talent and artistic talent that you use in a bigger way. As she says those words to me, I get the impression that knitting would be a little bit tedious for you, but you like to think big, and it looks like design or art, or I don't know, something like that. What do you do, Robin? Are you doing something that's creative and artistic, honey?
Yes, I'm a pianist.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a visual art, the way she said it.
Well, I do paint, and I do, gift baskets and those sort of things. I am very creative.
It's the painting, the visual thing. We didn't even get to the other thing because we were talking about visual hobbies. Okay, good. So let me just see what else she wants to say, and then we'll go to personal message, and then I'll go to the other phone lines. Hold on. Mummy, mummy, mummy. You're a doll, Mom. You know, you're a real sweetheart. She's laughing. She says, I'm the kinder one of the two. What do you mean by that, Mom? Between the two of us. Oh, really? I'm kinder than you. Are you talking to me, the medium, or talking to Robin, or what do you mean by that? That's very curious. I mean that I'm a very selfless person. When I'm on Earth, I don't worry about myself as much as others. So if I'm in a relationship with anyone, I'm always the one that tries to be the kinder one. She says, not with you, Robin, because you're just like me. She says, but I'm always trying to be the kinder of the two people. I always try to be the one that is the most giving, the most loving. She says, I loved my life on Earth. She says, I take so much of that with me to the spirit world. I have not lost anything in the spirit world. She shows me a bird. A bird. Let me see this bird on her. Oh, it's on her hand. What arm is that? The right hand. It's like a bigger bird, though. It's not real small. It's a bird that you gave to her when you were small. She loved the bird. Did you ever give her a bird when you were small, Robin? That's some kind of a bird. Are birds important in any way, love?
We had birds when I was little. I don't know if I actually gave her one, though.
Okay, well then that's close enough. She says there's a bird that she has with her. She's insisting you gave her one of the birds once. We had a conversation about that, and you wanted to give me something. And I loved birds, and she said that Daddy said if you got her a bird that she would like that for her birthday, meaning her, Mommy in spirit. And interesting, your name is Robin, which is also bird's name. Isn't that interesting? She loves birds, your mother, and you gave her one. It was just like a play, like you really didn't give it to her, but it was like, Daddy might have gotten it or somebody got it for her, and then it was made like you gave it to her, okay, to please her. But you're very young when this happens, very, very young. And this is what she's saying. I'll give you what she's saying. You love birds too. She says birds are a family pet that we all seem to like in common. She says birds are gentle and delicate creatures. She says, I will use birds as ways to communicate with you, she says, from now on. And she says, you know what I mean about birds, that you're hearing them all the time in your head and around the house. She says, birds is my way of communicating with you. And in particular, she wants to use the robin bird. She says there's a robin's nest right above the house right now. Listen for the I'm sorry, sounds maybe a bit strange, but listen to the robins around the house, or robin birds. She seems to think there's a robin's nest near the house right now. So I will give you that.
Well, I don't know if it's a robin. I don't know if it's a robin's nest, but I just discovered a nest in the front bush right outside of my front door within the last couple of weeks.
Oh, okay, perfect. So there's your validation. It may not be exact. She's saying a robin, but we'll leave it at we'll go a little bit bigger than that. But that's a very nice validation from your mother, from the spirit world, saying, hello, I'm fine and dandy, and I haven't skipped a beat. And she gives you a big wink, and she says, you know what she means when she says beat. She says, you know what she means when she says haven't skipped a beat. I'm going to leave that with you, my dear. And I'll let you go. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Okay. So it's not easy being a medium, everybody. You get told these things that you think maybe it's just way out there, but you have to give what you get. Including with Debbie, was very kind with me earlier, and I kept feeling there was a sun for her in spirit. It was the first brush of energy, and this had to be said, and I didn't even have control over my mouth, but I have to give what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to Felicia, who is waiting for, oh no, Felicia, you're behind Brenda from Montana, so I'll come to you right after that. Looks to me like you two are waiting the longest. Okay, Brenda from Montana. Hey, Brenda. Hi, sweetie. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little sick today, but okay.
Oh, well, feel better soon, honey. Go ahead and give me your question.
Thank you. I have a question about my career/job. Will I ever be financially stable, and will I grow within the job that I'm currently in?
Okay. Yes, the answer is yes, for about financially stable. I'm going to ask you if you could try to be in a quiet location, sweetheart. Brenda?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you're not aware. Yeah, that's a little bit better. The reason is you are part of the reading, and you're like an antenna. So if you're distracted and there's a lot of noise, it affects your answer. I can't focus on you. So the answer is yes.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, love. You're very creative. The answer is yes. You're a very creative person, and you use it in everything you do. I feel that you are employed now. You already said that, but I feel your employer is very appreciative of what you do with your time on the job. And that kid in the background is saying yes too. The child is saying right. So I feel that no matter what you do, wherever you go, you will always have work. You will always be employed, and you will always be appreciated, unless there's a problem with personality conflicts, which you have had in the past, and you could have again. As far as you doing well in this job, you're appreciated. You will do well, and you will go far with it, and you will have financial security. That's what I'm getting.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm
hoping for a raise.
Yeah, I want you to, the reason all these words are coming out for you is that Spirit wants you to have more confidence and understand that this creativity you have is it's a rare thing. Most people don't have the ability to bring something to a job that's like a problem solver. So always remember that, particularly when you're looking for a raise and asking for one. You know, go over the things you've done on the job and remind them, well, I've solved this problem, or I did that, or whatever, because you're very creative and inventive and ingenious in everything you do. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, love. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, that sounds like fun. I think she said Montana, but every time I say Montana, she said it again, and it sounded different, so I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Hi, Felicia. Sorry for keeping you waiting so long, love.
That's okay. Thank you for taking my call.
You're being very kind with me. Okay. So what can we, you are being kind with me. I know you are. Because you're like, I could say right now, you're like thinking, when the heck is she going to get to me?
Well, patience is about you. I mean, I have some patience. Good job.
Oh, you are doing a good job of it, sweetheart. Now, there is noise in the background of where you are. What are you at, a train station or something? What's that noise?
No, I'm waiting on my husband from work, and I'm in the parking lot, and he's turn on the car to find the car that he
All right. All right. Well, all right, love. Well, let's just try to get your answer to you quickly. Go ahead and give me your question. Go ahead, so we don't get disturbed. Go ahead. Give me your question.
My question is, how soon do you see me getting more finances from to get a car for my husband right now? Because I'm trying to move from another job, which I know I'm going to get.
Oh, that's good.
I just want to know how soon you get to see financially being able to afford to get another vehicle.
Okay. Hold on. Other vehicle rather than just one. Hold on. Yes, you will get the other vehicle very soon. Within 2 weeks of employment, I think you're going to qualify. If you want to take a loan, you would qualify. That's what I'm being told. You'll be able to go right out and get a job. You'll be able to go right out and get a vehicle. I say 2 weeks because you'll have your first pay stub, but you might even be able to do it sooner than that, depending on the dealership that you go to. But it looks like, you're going to have to borrow the money, or the money comes through the leasing organization or whatever it is. It won't take you very long, though, to get the car. And I also hear the car you really want, so you'll be okay, love. And by the way, you probably know.
That's my husband that needs the car.
Oh.
I'm thankful for what I have. This is not my dream car, but this is what I have, and I'm good. But he just started a new job. It is actually going to be the second paycheck this Friday. So he just don't want to stick out alone. That's the hope.
Well, then that's going to be a while, and you don't need to ask a psychic for that now, do you? All you need to do is save up your money. He'll get one. He'll get one within a reasonable amount of time. But I feel that he would have to probably get a loan unless he wants. The next number that comes in is 6 months. Something happens at 6 months. Either he's getting some kind of vesting and some kind of money coming, maybe from something else that he has. He might be getting some money coming in from something else, which will allow him to get the car. And I want you to be open to this whole thing of vehicle of your dreams, because you may shift the cars around a bit. Who knows? Maybe he'll take yours and you'll get the other one. Or, it's a joint venture, honey. You'll have access to it also. But in 6 months, something happens also with this whole thing of a car, and it feels like he's waiting for some monies, maybe from another employer or something that's owed or due him, and that would be coming in around that time frame, and then he'd be able to go off and get his vehicle. Okay, darling?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, love. Bye. Bye, honey. Okay, and so I am going to go to... I'm looking for that person that has been waiting the longest, and I have to look through the queue because sometimes numbers float around. Okay, I'm going to Regina, 678, which is, by the way, hi, Regina.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm great, love. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
I just want...
Thank you for taking my call.
Sure, you've been waiting. I just want to tell you that 678 is Susie B, who's my, she's the person who's in the background. She's like my co-host. She helps me with the show. She has the same area code, so I guess that means you're from the Atlanta area. Is that what that means? All right. Well, welcome. Welcome.
Right.
Welcome, Regina from the Atlanta area. Go ahead, honey. Fire away and ask your question, love.
Okay. Well, I want to see what about my love life? I met someone Sunday. Not yesterday, but the other Sunday. So, do you see anything happen there, or somebody else coming in?
All right. Let's see. Regina, 678. This person she met 2 Sundays ago. Yes, he doesn't. I don't like him for you. I mean, not that he's bad or whatever, but I don't see a lot of activity there. What I'm getting, okay, there was a meditation we did earlier in the show. And so I want you to listen to the show again, do the vibrational shift. It's like they're telling me you need to recalibrate your energy. That means your energy currently for attracting the right mate. There needs to be some healing going on. So they're telling me to listen to the show and do that exercise and follow all the instructions. There's some instructions there to recalibrate your energy and also offer you more optimism about what can happen, because you've been hurt very badly in the past and you really don't know what to do right now. You're sort of grasping at straws, trying this, trying that, sometimes feverishly, sometimes languishingly. In other words, your heart's not really in it, and sometimes just like a robot, like just going through the motions. And it's because you've got something hanging on to you emotionally that you really haven't quite healed from yet. And through the right healing, you can then pull in the right person. It really doesn't need to take that long. It can be within a month. It can be just tomorrow, but the healing has to happen first. Now, there are very fast ways to heal also, but you have to be on board for that. One of them is prayer. You know, when we do prayer, sometimes we can just pray till we just feel it. Our energy shifts, you know. But they're telling me that when you heal the past, and they use the words, your guides, recalibrate your energy, like restarting your engine, if you will. You're going to feel good about yourself again. You're going to have that bounce in your walk, and that, what are they called? This jingle in your voice. You're going to be happy, and happiness will pull in that person. So first thing to do is to relax about it. Now, you know, work on the shift of energy, work on the happiness thing, and then that's going to bring in the man to you. And now I see now, I actually can see that with this, you're going to be very, very magnetic. When you follow this instruction, by the end of this month, things will be shifting for you. And at that time, you're going to be meeting somebody who potentially can become a long-term partner. That would be the early part of November, and that you would be spending even some of the holidays with this person. It doesn't take long to kind of ramp up and get pretty fiery right away, and that this person is somebody who'll be significant to you. You will be meeting him, something to do with work. It either could be on the job or with some people you know from the job, perhaps socializing after work or doing something like that. You do come into contact with a lot of people through work, and this is your best bet, because everything else you've tried just ain't working. So so it really has to be the only thing that needs to change is that you just need to be a little happier and more optimistic and stop trying and just live. And that's why they say work or things related to work. Now, that means, you know, you may have a friend you know from work, you may go out for a drink after work, whatever it is that you do, but just be social in your existing life activities, and you're going to find this person pops in. Okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, love. God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye.
90 seconds
Okay, so I just want to remind everybody, if you'd like a private session with me, I'd love to work with you. You can obtain a 25% discount by going to booklaura.com. That's booklaura.com, and putting in the event code field when you pay for your session that you've listened to the radio show. Just put the event code as radio show, and you will obtain that discount, which means a third more time than that which you paid for.
60 seconds.
Absolute pleasure working with all of you. Have a beautiful evening. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.